Hey guys, welcome back to Ashley's Homestead Adventures. You guys are always asking me about my pantry and the things that we have canned, grown on our farm, or have caught and canned. There's a lot of different variations of our canned goods. So what I thought I would do, because we are starting a kitchen remodel today. Our old farm kitchen desperately needs remodeled, and we are just going to do it as we can, but we're starting the first steps today. So one of the things is we are taking everything off of this spice shelf. This is basically part of my pantry. I have my pantry in all kinds of different areas, but this is our main, what we grab and go. This is our seasonings. This is our snacks, things like that. This needs to be cleaned anyway. Every jar needs to be cleaned. It's time. I do this about twice a year. It's time to do it anyway, so we might as well relocate. Well, we are going to, one of the first steps is moving this out of the way. That shelf is gonna get knocked out, and all of these shelves that are here are going to go here. And what was just here, this is dirty, real life, things get dusty, is going in this is our storage, canning, grow room. It's where we keep all of our dry goods. Here's all of our dried beans, flours, sugars, things like that. But we moved the two bookshelves that were there in that alcove here, and they hold mostly our canned goods. And so that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm cleaning every jar that I move, because you might as well. They get dusty. You need to check them anyway. You need to check and make sure that the seals are still good. Dust the top of them off. So this is what I'm doing right now, and I will finish with this shelf, and then I'll come back and show you guys what we got here. Okay, for now, this is what we have. On this first shelf, I put our chilies, and I've got chilies in other places that I canned, but these are all store-bought. And so we have the dried chili section, chili California, chili arbol, red chilies, more chili Californias. Those are just chilies. These are chilies from our garden. Those are shishitos, dried shishito peppers. And those are arbols. And then we have, this is shredded mock pineapple. So this is shredded zucchini in pineapple juice, canned. Then we have some store-bought things, beans, pumpkin puree. This is zucchini relish. This stuff is really, really good. Think sweet pickle, but with zucchini. I had an abundance of zucchini in 2023, so I came up with creative ideas of how to use it. Some waffle mix, home canned applesauce. This actually came from Oregon. We canned this in Oregon, and Mr. Wonderful loves his applesauce with a steak or a pork chop, and so this is one of the few things that we brought with us from Oregon that we canned. We left the rest of it with friends. Of course, vinegar, we go through a lot of it because we're canners. This is pork carnitas, home canned pork carnitas. This is home canned potatoes from our garden. Tuna that Mr. Wonderful caught off of the Oregon coast. This is albacore tuna that he caught and then canned. More tuna, diced tomatoes, and behind that is my home canned diced tomatoes from our garden. Cream of mushroom soup. This is a ginger pear jam that I got from some wonderful clients of mine, friends. This is canned pears. I canned these this year. This is salsa verde that I canned from my tomatillos out of the garden. Whole kernel corn. Cowboy candy, Mr. Wonderful canned these. This is jalapenos in a sweet syrup. Very, very good on top of cream cheese or even tacos, things like that. We got some V8. This is blackberry cordial. It is made with blackberries steeped in vodka and sugar for a period of time until you end up with a liqueur. and tomato soup that is from the store. I am going to need to take on this room at some point. It's getting unorganized, but that is not the task at hand today. Today we are working on something else, but I do have other canned goods in this room. This is also where I start my seeds, so that area there is going to need to get cleaned off. It's where the lemon trees are hanging out and growing. But I do have, these drawers are all full of canned goods as well that I canned this year from the garden. Marinara sauce, chilies, beans. These are dill pickled tomatoes, and the light is funny because of the grow lights. So that's why the light is a little pink. Bread and butter, pickled tomatoes. So there's lots of things here too, but we're still kind of figuring out and making this place our own, and figuring out where is the best place to store all of our food. And as we're remodeling and stuff like that, it changes, and that's okay. We're totally cool with that. I'm excited. I'm going to be starting to get a new kitchen, so that's wonderful. And I'm also very blessed that I have a husband that can do most of it himself, so that's a plus. This is what it looks like outside, so it's a good day to be doing this. Okay, now this area is all clean and ready for its new shelves. Okay, for now, you guys, I think I'm done. This first step into the right direction is all done, and we do have a couple things because the house is just going to be in disarray for the foreseeable future, and things are not going to be exactly where some people might think they need to be. That picture's crooked. That's better. So just, you know, being completely transparent, and this is a working house, and we're going to figure out how to remodel it and work in it. So it's not going to look like perfection, but it is our perfect little home. So we do have, Mr. Wonderful was nice enough to buy me a countertop, just like a mobile countertop that I can roll around wherever it needs to be at the time so that I can continue to make bread. And one of the wonderful things of the season of things breaking down in my life, we lost our microwave. May it rest in peace this last month. So that is a brand new microwave that goes above the stove. I don't know if it's actually going to go above the stove or wait until we get that section of the kitchen done. I'm not really sure. So right now that's where it's sitting. It's sitting in front of my drink bar. Which that's a different video if you guys want to see my drink bar and what that looks like. But when you have a small house, you just kind of find interesting ways to try to keep things organized and kind of in a section. Hence my pantry that is now up here. So let's get into it. I'll show you guys where everything ended up. And like I said, it's probably not its final home. Some of these things are in their final home, but some of them are just in homes that allow me to not have piles of things sitting everywhere, but they might not make perfect sense to everybody. So it is what it is. I'm gonna get a new kitchen at the end of it, so I'm a happy girl. So the first thing I'm gonna show you is actually something that came with the house, and this is a coat closet, so there is that. But inside the coat closet next to the front door is actually canning shelves. So I did fill this entire thing up with, we have pears down there, there's some protein powder, there's broth, there's some salsa, just random things. It's actually a jar of canned venison, applesauce, there's some more mock zucchini, there's some almond bark for my baking, and some rat's tail radish. If you guys are doing your seed shopping, this is what a rat's tail radish from Baker Creek looks like pickled. It's really a cool plant to grow. It's actually the seed pods that you eat, not the actual, like it's not a root radish. You eat the seed pods that the plant grows. So interesting thing. I would grow it again for the neatness of it and the whimsy in the garden, but I can't say that I love to eat them. They're super, super spicy. Okay, moving on to this section. This gets, we try to organize our spices, and I'll just go through these guys really, really quick. If you guys have questions, about what we use some of these spices for, feel free to comment. Drop a comment, ask the question. I would be happy to answer it, and if I can't answer it, if it's part of like Mr. Wonderful stuff, then I will ask him and I will try to get them answered for you. And we do realize that we have a lot of spices we enjoy to cook, and we enjoy all different sorts of culinary experiences. So we enjoy Indian food, we enjoy Mexican, Italian, Asian, Southern. We enjoy all kinds of food. Plus we preserve a lot of our own food. So there's that too. We make our own sausage, we make our own bacon. So there's a lot of these things in here that are for preserving. They're either for canning, they're pickling spices, or they're spices that go into the different kinds of sausages that you make. And I mean, spicy Italian sausage and your breakfast sausage are going to have two completely different arrays of seasonings. So there's that to consider also. I will start with the spices. So the very back here, we have allspice, bay leaves, Bayou Cajun seasoning, cumin, of course, coriander seeds, Cajun two-step fire, crematory, backwoods cured sausage seasoning for summer sausages. So this is obviously a preserving seasoning that we have in here that we use when we make summer sausages. Chipotle powder, citric acid, that's used in canning. It's a preserving. Star anise, basil leaves, ground cardamom, caraway seeds. Caraway goes really good with pork. Coriander, ground. This one, cinnamon sticks, celery seed, ground cloves, Korean chili flakes, also known as gochugaru. Here's some dill, cilantro, carne asada, chili powder, cayenne pepper, whole cloves, Cajun two-step, curry powder, Chinese five spice, chives. These are chia seeds. They're marked on top. I need to get a sticker for those. Moving on, Dano's original. We also have a Dano's spicy in here somewhere. Oh yeah, here's the Dano's spicy and Dano's crunchy. Honey hog barbecue, ground ginger, whole fennel seed. That's big in a lot of sausages. Italian seasoning, hickory smoke powder, lemon peel, the gospel all-purpose rub, honey mustard rub, hardcore corn barb black. This is new to us. We had it on steaks the other night. It was delicious, very, very good. Gram marsala. This is Indian food. I don't use it very much. Juniper berries, herbs de Provence, marjoram leaves, ground mustard, Montreal steak seasoning. It is one of our favorite camping seasonings. So when we moved, we combined all of our different areas that we had this for camping, and I ended up with a lot. I'll probably never have to buy that again. Old Bay, Holy Voodoo. It's from Meat Church Barbecue. Ground nutmeg, meat tenderizer. Here's some pickling spice. It's already mixed. Hickory smoke powder, which is interesting. I've got 2 of those I just noticed. Oregano, poppy seeds, mustard seeds, and pink curing salt. Back down here, we have black sesame seeds and white sesame seeds. Ranch powder, slap your mama. White pepper, rosemary leaves, ground black pepper, pumpkin pie spice. This is one I mixed here at home. Parsley, seasoning salt, ground sage, red pepper flakes. This is ground peppers, very, very hot. I can't even smell this stuff from our garden this year. There's dattils, there's serranos, cayennes, jalapenos, and Trepadero Werners in here, all ground up. Very, very hot. Poultry seasoning, paprika. And then we've got just, you know, everybody's got these, right? Au jus, some taco seasoning. Smoked honey habanero seasoning. Thyme, spadel. Spadel is one of our old favorite steak seasonings. It's funny how they keep coming out with new ones that you fall in love with, but spadel makes a good one. This is for pork chop and ribs. We also have it for beef, spadel beef. Turmeric, I use this a lot for anti-inflammatory. Smoked paprika, tarragon, my own homemade taco seasoning, and my own homemade tomato powder that I made from tomato skins after processing tomatoes from my garden this year. Now we're going to move on. This is just mostly like my big containers for grab and go when I'm making bread and things like that. So we have oats, there is self-rising flour, and then wheat flour and all-purpose flour. Let's see. We're going to go up to the oil section. So basically, we have, I love these flavored oils. This is blood orange, infused olive oil. There's canola oil and extra virgin oil back there. And then we have, of course, our sprays. And then rice wine vinegar, red wine vinegar, and cooking sherry. Okay, and so I love Cave Creek. That's who we used to go to in Arizona. We used to travel to Arizona twice a year. So Cave Creek Oil Company was my favorite place. Now here we have Squisitos, and I don't think I have any Squisitos in here because I think I've used it all. But this is Canadian Wild Raspberry White Balsamic Vinegar. Here's Honey Ginger White Balsamic Vinegar. Neapolitan Herb Balsamic Vinegar. Black Mission Fig Balsamic Vinegar. This is a Sicilian Lemon Balsamic Vinegar. And a regular, there's a regular balsamic vinegar back there, as well as another traditional balsamic vinegar from Cave Creek. Back to where I had them. Okay, for our Asian, we have, that is a bao basket back there. It's what you make baos in. And this is a rolling pin for the baos. We love, love, love Asian food. So we have quite a bit. This is actually dark soy sauce. This is oyster sauce. Hoisin sauce. This is a sweet chili sauce. This is our favorite brand. Let's see if I can get it out here. This is our favorite brand of sweet chili sauce. This stuff is good, good, good. Anything from egg rolls to dumplings to chicken stir fry. Love this stuff. We have teriyaki sauce, sriracha. This is coconut liquid aminos. It's a soy sauce replacement. Pickled ginger, chili crisp. This is a new addiction of mine. It's a viral thing on Facebook and TikTok and things like that I have fallen subject to, and I love that stuff on a lot of things. Chili paste, Mike's Hot Honey, Moving on to one of my baking, I have several baking squares in this little pantry here, but I've got oats, more oats, lots and lots of oats. There's maple syrup, there's a whole row of sprinkles, and then of course we have almond flavor, vanilla flavor. There's actually, yeah, almond, and then corn syrup. And then there's homemade vanilla here as well as bought vanilla, a whole row of that. This is our favorite maple syrup also, by the way. This is another baking square minus the beans. I just kind of wanted somewhere pretty to put them. These are the garden beans that came out of my garden this year. Just mixed beans. So we have some baking powder and some extra yeast. And then there's masa back there. That's for making tortillas. And I just go ahead and put the recipe on the jar so that we easily know how to make up some tortillas quickly. We also have a tortilla press. It's not in here. Cornstarch, breadcrumbs, coconut flour, milk powder, and there's some cornmeal back there, and there's also some dried milk back there, more milk powder in a jar. This is another baking, kind of my quick grab baking for my sourdough. My Benetton baskets here, and then we have those chia seeds here, my brown rice flour. This is what I season my Benetton baskets with. There's another bag back there. And brown sugar. I use that in my chocolate sourdough loaves. Stevia powder, cocoa powder. There's some raisins here, and then also some coconut. Okay, this is kind of a condiment section. Lime juice. There is some garlic in a jar. Got some pickles, bread and butter pickles. And my new favorite addiction, these Famous Dave's spicy dill pickle chips. They are 0 calories and delicious. I love them. Liquid smoke, this is spicy brown mustard, some honey mustard, and these are all unopened. This is all the stuff that is not in the fridge yet. We haven't used it yet. This is like backups or extras of the things that we already have in the fridge or know that we use a lot of. Miracle Whip, light Miracle Whip. We also love this guy. He makes a lot of really good sugar-free stuff. So this is his secret sauce, sugar-free secret sauce. Sriracha ketchup, which we love, especially with sweet potato fries. There's another bottle of sriracha here that I didn't know about until that one was already full, so shh, don't tell anybody. That part is screwed up in my OCD brain, but we're trying to ignore it for now. More sugar-free barbecue sauce, sweet and spicy. And these are a brown gravy mix and a country gravy mix, just in case we need them. This is a fish marinade. And then we have 4 jars of the Beaver, because we love the Beaver brand, extra hot horseradish sauce. I use that to make my own cocktail sauce. I make my own cocktail sauce whenever we have shrimp or oysters or a crawfish boil or a shrimp boil or anything like that. I make my own out of ketchup and this extra hot horseradish sauce. This stuff is the best. This is kind of like, I don't know, like a dry pantry section. I have all of my panko bags lined up there. There's some popcorn butter back there. There's also some dried popcorn back there. Just in a bag, waiting to go in the jar. Extra stock. These are some Asian noodles that we got. These are rice noodles. I have a few different kinds of Asian noodles that we're trying for, we love pho. We love to eat pho, which is just basically an Asian broth soup with noodles in it. So we have a bunch of different noodles. These are just Oriental style noodles, it says. Let's see if I can, oh, also rice. Rice flour and water are the only ingredients in these. And then these, also rice. We have had sweet potato in the past. We've had a bunch of different kinds. But lately, our newest addiction are these miracle noodles. We've been using these a lot because they are 5 calories. So if you're on a diet and you want noodles, and look at the ingredients. The ingredient is water, cognac flour, and citric acid. That's it. We have actually really started liking using those. More popcorn stuff, popcorn, butter, flavor, white cheddar. We're a little bit addicted to white popcorn. The jar of panko, and I use this pretty much whenever I bread everything from bass to catfish to pickled green tomatoes, fried okra, panko. And this is just black rice. And then we have the snack bar. Basically, this is just kind of our snacky station. We don't do just a ton of snacks per se, but popcorn is one that we do, and then we do have times where grab and go is just easy, and so it's not a huge snack section. We don't have another pantry that has chips and things in it, so I know that this is small in a lot of people's perspective, but it's just the way that we eat. We don't eat a ton of these, you know, processed things, but they're nice to have on hand. I actually just picked these up at the Asian store just the other day. These are delicious. This is my mortar and pestle set, and then we have jalapeno kettle chips. This is from the Matthew McConaughey viral tuna fish salad thing. That's what those are for. I bought those just for that recipe. There is some smart, this is Boom Chicka Pop, white cheddar. And then I had these for some recipes that I was doing. Some granola. I picked these up at the Asian store also, and these are pretty good. They're kind of like biscotti. And then I have protein bars, Quest protein bars for me to grab and go. There's also some kinds back there. The banana version, right? It's the Kind protein breakfast, peanut butter, banana, dark chocolate. Those are good too, high protein. Speaking of popcorn, Mr. Wonderful is making popcorn right now, so we'll only be in here a second. I moved all of my coffee and tea stuff to a cupboard next to the coffee maker for now. So this is another one of those like makeshift solvent things to where it would be easy for us to grab. So our coffee maker's down here, along with all of our oils and vinegars and things. As you can see, we have a wide array. And I just put our tea and our coffee stuff in this cupboard above it. Moving into the laundry room, here are our sweet potatoes from this year's garden. And I moved a lot of our canning stuff in here. So I moved all of my canning lids are in here, as well as my pectin. This is liquid pectin. And then this is some cheesecloth and all of my, this is all of my canning salt. I think there's some ice cream salt in here too. Salt, yeah, there's some ice cream salt there too. So I just moved all of that out here for now. And I also now have a place that I can, you know, store my onions and my garlic and the sweet potatoes. I need to get those processed this weekend. as well as these are all the dog sweet potatoes that I need to cut up and get in bags to freeze. But that is it for now, you guys. That is what we have done for now, and kind of a peek into my pantry while I was cleaning and rearranging things. But things will change a lot in our kitchen. We're still gonna make bread and I'm still gonna do videos, but I did kind of want to tell all of my regulars that, hey, things are gonna be kind of different every time we're in the kitchen, and it's okay, because it's gonna be awesome when it's all done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and coming along with me for a peek inside my pantry. I will catch you on the next one. Yours truly.